you go in and you think, I'm going to buy this, but then they have a deal, like they'll say, if you buy two, you don't. But I think, but I'm spending more money. I only need one.
Yeah.
So even though the deal is there, if I really don't need it, I'll just buy the one instead of spending the extra £1.50, even though it might be slightly cheaper to have the two. It's just little things like that. And
I think on that note as well, I think it's important to not go shopping when you're hungry. This deal and you see these amazing biscuits and you think, oh yes, I really fancy those biscuits now. I don't need those biscuits though, I'm doing it because I'm hungry, so have something good to eat before you go.
I think when it comes to the new things in supermarkets and shops as well, you have to really keep on remembering that you're a student, because I'm like a sucker for like gimmicky stuff. So if there's like a new bottle for like Lucozade, for example, why is it in that cool bottle? Like, so I think you have to remind yourself that you can't treat yourself daily.
Yeah. I've had to like give up sort of like cakes and chocolate. So when I go home, I just eat so much of it. But when I'm at uni, it's like I think it's sort of, you just have to get used to it in a way. You have to go in there and think, okay, I can't afford maybe the treats that my parents would buy me back at home, but then you just love it so much more when you go home and you can get these things.
And it's all free as well.
Yeah. But then you go back and you're like, I could have cake, because I'm used to cake now. But then you're like, no, it's a lot of self-discipline you need sometimes.
It's interesting what you're saying, John, about it being a discipline, almost like shopping. Going shopping is a discipline as a student.
It is, because you do have to control yourself. Like you said, obviously the supermarkets, they want you to spend the money on things you're not necessarily going to spend the money on. So they've got the flashy marketing, they've got the, buy three and get an extra one that you really don't need, with a short sell-by date that, you're not going to, that you probably won't ever eat. So it is, and you may be used to things at home that you're not, you can't really get when you're here because you simply can't afford it.
It's a good point, that really, because I think convenience ruling discipline. I'm in Crook's big student area, and you've got Sainsbury's local and Co-op, and it's the same in Broomhill with the Spa. They're just so overpriced in comparison. You get on a 52 bus and you can go to the big Morrison's in Hillsborough, and even get a taxi back as a bulk buy shop. It's so much better.
I was going to say, do you also notice though that sort of the nighttime stuff that's really bad for you is cheap, and then the daytime stuff that you really want to get is expensive?
You should think about online shopping, and if you go to the shop, you're going to get something. You can see it, and you're going to get something that's a nice thing, like a nice product. Whereas if you do an online shop, you find that, like, we always had the dilemma when we did it last year, where we'd be like, is any of this going to like add up to a meal? Like, you'd get like pasta in the bread. I'd be like, so
that's a new one.
I think my problem with internet shopping, like with food, in our house, 2 or 3 of us will do it at the same time, and we'll do a bulk one for like say a month. But because it's so easy just to add that to your basket, check out, and you haven't actually got to hand anything over, and it just goes on your card. And then when you get your bank statement, it's like, oh no, I didn't realise I spent that much. So internet shopping, I think, can be even more dangerous because you haven't actually got to hand anything over.
I suppose that's where budgeting comes in, because you have to think about what you need and what you're going to get. And then when you go on there, you say, well, I'm not spending any more than this. So, again, it's like you say, self-discipline and prioritising the things that you really need.
And shopping lists help. Like if you say you want certain things, actually just writing it down somewhere, going to the shop and going, I'm only going to buy these things, marketing, go away, I don't need you, I just want fruit, veg or whatever else. Then
what you said about going in with other people as well, it depends on the house that you live in, but I always find that cooking for one is an absolute nightmare as well. Because everything, spaghetti bolognese, you buy the small jar of dolmio, and it's like twice the price of going up to the bigger one. So as an economy, it's not easy to cook for a person on your own. But,
you can sort of bulk, like especially with things like lasagna, you can make a lot and then sort of freeze it and have it. The only problem is with that is you do get sick quite quickly of what you've just eaten. So if you're having it 3 meals in a row, you're thinking, I don't want lasagna for a month now.